A new Black Ops Zombies map called Schiller to Toten has been announced to take place at Pittsburgh Technical College in Oakdale, Pennsylvania, and is expected to pick up where the Ether story left off. Unfamiliar with the story of Black Ops Zombies or the games in general? Well, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies has been a fan favorite mode ever since, confusingly enough, Call of Duty World at War in 2008, with the first map Nocturne on Toten, which was never originally intended to be included in the game, but clearly was the right choice to do so. Since then, they have created a story that spanned over the course of the next 12 years through multiple games, all of which developed by Treyarch Studios. Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games have both attempted their own survival modes, but only Treyarch had an overarching story, which I'm going to catch you up on in this video. In the first three games, World at War and Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, most of the mysterious components of the game, such as the zombies, perk machines, pack-a-punch, and wonder weapons, were explained by a group of Nazi-funded scientists known as Group 935, harnessing the effects of meteorites containing Element 115 that landed on Earth. The group sought to harness the power contained in these meteorites to aid in the war effort and improve the human condition by developing things such as teleportation. Leading Group 935 was a scientist named Ludwig Maxis, who was aided and later betrayed by the more commonly known Dr. Edward Richthofen. While working in the Germans' weapon research facility Der Riese, Dr. Maxis and Richthofen conducted a teleportation test using Fluffy, a pregnant dog belonging to Maxis' daughter Samantha, where Fluffy was teleported but not returned to the mainframe as intended, and was instead teleported back by an electrical force and became the first Hellhound. After Samantha Maxis came running into the room asking what they had done to her dog, Richthofen then trapped Samantha and Dr. Maxis inside the room with Fluffy and teleported them both. Dr. Maxis would end up in a place termed the Crazy Place, where he would learn to merge his soul with technology, while Samantha got teleported to Griffin Station, a moon-based Richthofen had been developing in secret, which housed the Moon Pyramid device, a mechanism where a user could step in and take control of the zombies they had created. Samantha would find and activate this device, thus taking control of the zombies. Richthofen would then instruct another scientist to find Dr. Maxis and bring him to Griffin Station to calm down Samantha. However, once he was brought there, Maxis would then instruct Samantha to kill all of Group 935 before killing himself and merging with the technology of Griffin Station. Now stripped of his own means to control the zombie hordes, Richthofen enlists the aid of Group 935's prisoners of war turned test subjects Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, and Takeo Masaki to acquire new means to take back control of the MPD. To do so, they use teleporters and other means to travel to Group 935 facility Kino to Toten, the Soviet Ascension facility, a lighthouse in Siberia, and the jungle of Shangri-La in the Himalayas before Richthofen returns to Griffin Station with the means to take back control of the MPD from Samantha and control the zombies himself. Dr. Maxis then provides instructions from the electronics of Griffin Station to the test subjects to complete actions that launch 3 nukes upon the Earth in an attempt to ruin Richthofen's plans. This slows Richthofen down enough so that Maxis is then able to instruct survivors on the destroyed Earth to complete a series of tasks that ultimately manages to switch control of the zombies to Maxis and forces Richthofen to walk the Earth as the undead himself. This Maxis does become corrupt, however, but is later wiped from existence entirely. From here, we dive into the alternate timelines introduced in Black Ops 3 and 4, where a more considerate Richthofen works to keep the universe in balance as he is aware of powerful ancient races known as the Keepers and the corrupted Apothecants. After obtaining advice that they then use to capture alternate souls of themselves, Richthofen, Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takeo work with Dr. Monty of the Keepers, who is responsible for the chalk drawings, mystery box, and power-ups throughout the games. With Monty's help, they would stop the Shadow Man and the Apothecants from devouring the world before Monty sends Richthofen and company back in time to complete the cycle of events that must occur to meet that end. However, an additional timeline would branch where, before acquiring Nikolai's alternate soul, it would be revealed an alternate outcome is possible, where all versions of themselves would be released from the endless cycle of labor and hardship, which ended up being by wiping all alternate realities from existence and preventing more from occurring, allowing a young Samantha and Edward to continue a life free from the Apothecants, Keepers, and Element 115. Black Ops Cold War shares some similar elements such as characters between the two series, but it is unclear at this time if the two stories are canonically connected. Still confused by anything? Well, join the rest of the community as we are still confused about a lot of the story after they have retconned it at least 2 times now, but that is the gist of it. I hope this video helped give you some idea about the series story, and if you're interested in trying your hand at real life Black Ops Zombies, come to our event on November 3rd and 4th later this year. Links for more details in the description.